More and more Indian students are studying in Germany, attracted by potential careers at companies like Mercedes, Siemens, and SAP. They hope that a quality education will lead to career advancement, but many end up disappointed.
If you are planning to come to Germany, don't be thinking that it is a cakewalk. Like, you will have to really struggle for a year to settle in, to integrate in the culture.
I imagine my university to be better than universities in India in every possible terms. The cost of the degree is like 25,000 euros and the value doesn't match the price.
From high tuition fees to unscrupulous real estate agents to exploitative jobs, this German dream comes at a cost.
At the end,
26-year-old Chirag Israni is from northern India. He has a bachelor's degree in business administration and used to run a small spice export company in his hometown. But in 2022, he saw a commercial about studying abroad and decided to pursue a master's in international management in Germany.
So I thought coming to Germany would help me grow my business in future, build more connections in this industry, and help me grow professionally.
Matthew Paulochan is from Mumbai and also came to Germany to study. In 2024, he began a master's in health management in Berlin. Matthew's original plan was to go to Canada, but he recognized that Germany had certain advantages.
And I thought maybe learning a language would be very difficult for me. But then, because maybe the student fee was cheaper, so I thought, okay, maybe I can give it a try. If Berlin can or Germany can offer me an opportunity, regardless of what domain it is, I'll just go along with it.
And here I am in 2025, living the dream I once thought was impossible.
Agencies like Upgrad market Germany as a dreamland, recruiting young Indians online. They promise international degrees and career prospects at German companies. They arrange university enrollments and visas in exchange for high placement fees. In 2023, Germany signed a migration agreement with India, making it easier for skilled workers and students to come to the country. That's one reason why the number of Indian students in Germany has risen sharply in recent years, to nearly 60,000 in 2025. Indians make up the largest proportion of international students in the country. Their experiences are being studied by researchers like Aju John from Berlin's Humboldt University. He also advises labor unions and is critical of those who exploit international students for profit.
There is simply not enough information available in India. And in this information-poor environment, you have all kinds of entrepreneurs who can profit.
Germany's public universities charge very little in terms of tuition fees, but securing a place there can be difficult. So around a quarter of Indian students opt for private universities. They tend to have lower admission requirements. Some aren't state recognized. They often target Indians through social media.
The private universities are for young Indians who want to migrate to the West. They are both a lifeline and that they are also choking them. They give them a route to migrate to the West, which is otherwise not open to them. But at the same time, the private universities understand very well that the condition of the Indian students studying in the private university is extremely desperate.
Chirag also used Upgrad. The company secured him a place at a private university called the International University, or IU for short. The Master's in International Management was a big investment for Chirag's family. He had to take out a loan for the equivalent of around 18,000 euros. And when he arrived, things weren't what he expected.
I imagine my university to be better than universities in India in every possible terms. But to my surprise, they rented few office spaces and converted it to be a university.
He frequently finds himself sitting alone in the seminar room. Classes are often held online and sometimes canceled. He also wishes the campus were more culturally diverse.
I imagined it to be multicultural, but like 90% were from Asia, specifically from India. The cost of the degree is like 25,000 euros, and the value doesn't match the price.
Indian students at other private universities also say they're disappointed with the quality of the education. For its part, IU says that as an accredited institution, it regularly reviews the quality of its academic programs. Some courses that were initially conducted in part remotely have been replaced with on-campus classes. IU also says it supports international students who experience challenging situations and prepares them specifically for the German job market. Even while studying, Chirag's main concern was earning enough to cover the high cost of living in Berlin. Many students end up in low-wage jobs that don't require German language skills, in delivery services, restaurant kitchens, or warehouses. This can lead to a vicious cycle of debt, exploitation, and burnout. Chirag got a job as a delivery driver for a subcontractor working for online retail giant Amazon. Today, he has to deliver 200 packages. If he's too slow, he'll risk losing his job.
In one stop, I can spend maximum 2 minutes. Idle time should be like 30 seconds. It's very stressful. There's a time limit. I have to finish the work before 6:30. If I won't finish it, then I won't get the tool for the next day.
Chirag says he gets paid 100 euros a day no matter how long he works. That means that his salary is often below the German minimum wage. Labor experts say these practices are common in the industry. Chirag's boss tracks his location.
I think I'm already behind 15-20 stops. So in some time, in few minutes, he'll call me and say you're very slow. So make it fast. Or tell me what's the reason why are you slow. I do feel stuck doing this job because by doing these kind of jobs, I don't have time to study more or find a good job in my field. I don't have time to do anything else.
That wasn't the plan. An Amazon spokesperson stated that the company regularly checks that its delivery partners are complying with the law. Matthew also came to Germany with high hopes. One of the biggest challenges he faced was finding a place to live. Like many students, he had to find an apartment quickly. On social media, shady brokers offer apartments to international students at inflated prices and with dubious contracts. Two such individuals still owe Matthew his security deposit and several hundred euros. But he feels that people in his situation have no other choice.
Well, yeah, so I'm asking for the money, but he doesn't reply. I've sent him a voice message, I've sent him text messages. And I understood that he doesn't really have any intention to return my money, just like the first guy who took 100 euro from me. He also didn't return, so I just thought that's just the way things work here.
He now lives in a shared apartment with 5 Indian roommates.
So that's my room.
They pay nearly 3,000 euros a month for 80 square meters, more than twice the Berlin average.
These are, because of the lack of extra shelves, I put my clothes in my luggage, and this is my study table. We are not very fluent in German. We don't really have any direct contacts with the landlord. It's always the broker, so he'll just put a message on a WhatsApp group and he'll mention the price, the rent that we are supposed to pay.
Often international students aren't properly informed about their rights. That, combined with Berlin's competitive housing market, makes them vulnerable to rent gouging and fraud.
How's it going?
Good.
One thing that's helped Matthew feel more at home in Germany is his part-time job helping the elderly. It's helping him to learn more about German culture and to improve his language skills.
What's this in German? This is cup and this is saucer, right?
Right.
And glass is the same in German and English.
Glass is the same in German.
This isn't a glass.
No, that's porcelain.
I have more than 150 grannies that I can talk to. So they tell me a lot about Germany and the history, and I love listening to them. They'll tell me things that I can't find on the internet.
On today's visit, Matthew is joined by his boss, Andrea May. It's time to talk about his future now that he's finished his studies. International graduates have 18 months to find a permanent position. Otherwise, they have to leave Germany.
And she was telling me where she was born.
But Matthew's chances of securing a job are good. especially because there's a shortage of nursing and social care workers in the country.
We're grateful to our Indian employees for doing this work for us. To be honest, I wouldn't be able to find anyone else.
Chirag's student days are also over. After 2 years of studying in Germany, he's graduating. It's a chance to look back on what he's achieved.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I didn't score very good marks, but still I passed in every subject.
After hundreds of applications, Chirag has found a job working in a clothing store. He's still a long way from his goals, but it's a relief after a lot of uncertainty.
I've grown a lot in the past 2 years, and my dream job would be to get a job in the field of my education and my previous experiences. So I've not stopped here. I feel excited every morning for a brighter future ahead.
Matthew and Chirag have managed to make their way as international students, but their experiences show that studying in Germany is not always a dream opportunity. High tuition fees, debt, a housing shortage, precarious jobs. All this can become a cycle where others profit while the students themselves are left behind. They want to warn those who are planning to take the same step, so they know what to expect.
If you are planning to come to Germany, don't be thinking that it is, a cakewalk. Like, you will have to really struggle for a year to settle in, to integrate in the culture.
Try to find a job in the field of your education and don't fall in a loop of doing the odd jobs where you are exploited.
Try to learn more about Germany, the European culture in general, but don't be thinking that just because you have a master's degree, that you have X amount of experience, people will just simply hire you. That's not going to happen.
Matthew and Chirag don't regret their decision to study in Germany. They hope their experiences will help others. And they're sure that good opportunities are still waiting for them.